What's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 3 of the Bucks franchise. And before we begin, we all know the news. If you're a Bucks fan, unfortunately, as you see here, a moment of silence for Chris Middleton, who is injured and will be out for 6 months. Moment of silence. And I hope that he gets better. I hope he comes back better from this. This is tragic news, especially with the Bucks coming in so strong into the season with all the changes that they've made on their team. At least on the bench, I think that the Bucks really have a good chance, but now taking Chris Middleton out, not too good. And also, they're trying to replace him with Michael Beasley, but I think that ship has definitely sailed. But in this episode, we are going to take on the Indiana Pacers. And as you see, yes, Chris Middleton is not injured in my league. He will live on, and I will try to make him as best a player as he possibly could be, and we can make him maybe an all-star. Who knows? As you see right over here, with a perfect release, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Middleton, a great perimeter player, a great perimeter defender, and a young player with a lot of upside. But, the Bucks, they've had bad injuries over the last 2 years. Jabari Parker, and now, as you see, Chris Middleton. Who knows? But as you see over here, big mismatch. Monte Ellis, the 6'3 guard, stands no chance against a 6'11 moose like Greg Monroe, as you see over here, the and one play on the nice little replay. But yes, this is the third episode of the Milwaukee Bucks franchise. As you see, Jabari Parker gets the ball stolen from him from the new addition to the Indiana Pacers, Thaddeus Young, a former Brooklyn Net. And as you see over here, Corey Joseph, the new addition to the Milwaukee Bucks, based on the last episode where we traded for DeMarre Carroll and Corey Joseph from the Toronto Raptors. Really excited about that trade still. As you see the score, 21-18, and we are still in the first quarter. As you see, Aaron Brooks trying to make something happen. Thon Maker with a beautiful little steal, passing it off to nobody, trying to get his own points, and he ends up getting the nice little layup in transition. And as you see over here, Chris Middleton again. I'm not going to give another moment of silence, but a great player. Happy to have him on my team. Hopefully he doesn't get injured in my league. That would really sting. As you see, Thaddeus Young with a nice little dunk, as 35-27 is the score. We are in the second quarter. As you see, Thaddeus Young shooting yet again. Thaddeus Young having a pretty good game right now. I've always liked Thaddeus Young, and I think he really has a good future. But speaking of players with good futures, as you see, Paul George just sinking a three. Paul George reminds me a lot of Jabari Parker, if that makes sense. They're both very mature players, as you see Greg Monroe dominating in the paint. I think obviously Paul George is the better player, but I think that they both have very, very mature personalities, and I really think that that's a very important trait to have in the NBA. As you guys know, maturity goes miles. And speaking of miles, Miles Turner with the nice little fadeaway. I'm not really sure if Miles Turner shoots those, but Michael Carter-Williams will shoot that mid-range shot with a perfect release. Not really the best shooter in the world, but he'll take them when he has them, and he'll make them a decent amount of the time. I don't know why Michael Carter-Williams' number is number 9. I think that might have been some sort of glitch, but never fear. Chris Middleton in the paint, perfect release on a layup. I didn't even know that was possible. 41-47. We have been leading this whole game, and I really expected the Pacers to come out firing. The Pacers this year look tremendous. Al Jefferson, Thaddeus Young, Jeff Teague. I mean, you add those players to a team that was already in the playoffs last year, and you have something special. Jabari Parker with the and one will not be denied. 10-point lead so far. But yes, the Indiana Pacers are looking really, really, really good this year. Paul George, a perennial all-star. Al Jefferson, an offensive powerhouse. Jeff Teague as well can run the point guard position very well. He can run a team for sure. Chris Middleton trying to make a shot. Will he make a shot? No, he's probably going to pass it off to Greg Monroe against Al Jefferson. It's a good matchup, but Chris Middleton will shoot the corner three. He has the corner badge. He has the corner specialist badge, so he will make it. It's ironic that Chris Middleton is having such a good game after actually getting injured in the real league. 49-58 is the score, as you see Aaron Brooks with an easy little shot. That's what he does. The speedster, the 6-foot speedster. I don't even know if he's 6 feet. He's probably under that in real life. They probably measured him with shoes or something. I'm not sure. 53-60 is the score. Rodney Stuckey, the bench spark plug for the Indiana Pacers. I mean, did I not mention how good this Indiana Pacers team looks? I mean, you have Miles Turner and Rodney Stuckey coming off the bench. You know, CJ Miles is no slouch. As you see, Corey Joseph with a beautiful shot in the corner. 63-55 is the score. Delly with the ball, looking to make something happen, makes a stupid pass. Thon Maker will get the ball. For some reason, no one stops him. No one gets in his way, and he gets the and one-handed flush. 55-66. We are leading by 11 points as they get Miles Turner with an easy layup in the paint. 57-66. We have been doing pretty good or pretty well against the Indiana Pacers for such a good team that they are. I'm pretty surprised. But as you saw in the very first quarter, I didn't really mention it, but I did bring it up. I made specific changes because there's a problem with the three-point shooting in 2K17. The ball goes in literally all the time. Like, I've seen people shoot 7 from 7 from 3. I'm not even joking in games that I've played. So, like, Giannis, always interrupting me, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak. Just a beautiful transition dunk. Check out this nice little replay. 6'11", he can reach the rim like no one else can, and it's pretty incredible. But yes, 59-72 is the score. We are in the fourth quarter, trying to hold on to this lead, trying to maintain it, and trying to get the W after losing to the New Orleans Pelicans in the last game in an overtime thriller. I hope I didn't spoil that for those of you who didn't see it, but if you didn't, go ahead and watch it anyway. It was a great game. 61-72, and Paul George will not be denied. PG13 with a nice drifting three. Like it's nothing to him. Like, Paul George is just so incredible, such an incredible player, a defensive mastermind. CJ Miles with the and one, and look at the score. All of a sudden, the Pacers are back in it, 69-74, and I'm trying to get the Milwaukee Bucks a much-earned W, and this is no joke against the Pacers. Greg Monroe putting in work. Jabari Parker, 11 points, as you see over here, 4 rebounds. They're passing it off to Thaddeus Young. He'll make that. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper. NBA players practice those shots all the time. It's literally, they take thousands of those shots weekly almost, so that should be easy. Jabari Parker loses the ball on the pick from Giannis, and Paul George, man, he's gonna miss it, but Thaddeus Young, who's been having a tremendous game, comes in, cleans it up, and puts it back in. 78-75. Who knew this game? This is all of a sudden a very competitive game, but Greg Monroe, the Moose, will not be denied in the paint. You give it to him in the paint, and he makes it 90% of the time. Only a 5-point game. 1:31 left to go in the whole game. A stupid pass by the Pacers, and Paul George doing what Paul George does as a perennial all-star, will clean up the boards. He will clean up potential steals, and he'll make shots for you anyway. 77-80 is the score. Jabari Parker with the ball. He gets fouled. Much needed foul. I was looking for an and one over there, but it didn't matter. 82-77 is the score. Jabari Parker has the ball yet again, passing it off to MCW. This was a stupid pass, and then we're going to pass it back to Jabari, who gets fouled yet again, bailing us out completely. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he will make both his free throws. 77-84. The Pacers need to make something happen right now if they want to get the L, or if they want to get the W. Paul George, I mean, man, he is Paul George and Thaddeus Young have really had a great game, just sinking a much needed three. But Chris Middleton, the man of the hour, will take both these free throws, and he will make both of these free throws because the man is a beast. He is a great shooter, a great perimeter player. Unfortunately, he is out. Did I say he's going to make both of them? I completely lied right there. He's only going to make one of them. 85-80 is the score. The Pacers are looking to make something happen. Passing it off to Paul George. Will he make the shot? Surprisingly, to my complete relief, he misses the shot, and so now we get fouled, and Giannis will only have to make a few free throws here to try and settle or score this game, and he does make the one pivotal free throw, and now we end up with the W, and the Milwaukee Bucks defeat the Indiana Pacers by 8 points in a pretty dominant game until the fourth quarter, where we couldn't really stop them, but we had enough points to stay in front. 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. You all know who he is. The Greek freak, the star of the Milwaukee Bucks, and just dominating as always. Jabari Parker killing it as well with 15 points. Greg Monroe, Chris Middleton, Corey Joseph, Thon Maker almost with a double-double. Just a great game overall for the Milwaukee Bucks. And anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching as always. This is episode 3 of the Milwaukee Bucks franchise. Please go ahead and leave a like before you leave if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, that's cool too. Let me know what I can improve on. Subscribe if you have not. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you guys in my next video, and I will see you then.